He's got the earphone. I don't trust that man.
I don't
Never trust
him
me.
either.
Never trust me.
What are we blowing up?
The bag. She's going to blow the bag.
Oops, I opened these up too much. They won't stay.
Carol, lean in a little bit.
I think she made it.
got it.
Did you get me?
I did.
I don't care. I don't care if you do or not. Won't hurt my feelings any. Okay.
What the hell did you do?
It was all just like twisted.
Oh.
I was untwisting it.
So blow the bag up and pop it.
Don't.
Stuck my finger in my nose.
Yay!
Marty's a lucky man.
Wait, don't turn the channel. You've tuned into High Gravity.
The show where we talk about beer, brewing, and bullshit.
Where the only thing we take seriously is the next round.
So grab a glass.
Fill it with something cold.
And enjoy the show.
Daryl.
I couldn't help that.
Hey, you knew what you were getting into. We all warned you.
No wonder he had that look on his face, like, oh man,
was waiting.
she's falling for this one, and she did.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you. Nice to be
So
here.
now we had a little break for the Christmas episode, and we're back into this one. So let's see what happens.
I think you're missing a week somewhere in there.
Christmas beers were great.
Yeah.
Okay. Christmas beer sucked ass. I didn't realize we already had them.
We can talk about it now. Oh, wow, he's getting right into it.
Whoa.
All right, so this one a little out of play now because it's not October anymore, but
It was.
it was. I saw it on the shelf, and I really just wanted to try it.
I would drink Oktoberfest all year round.
I agree. There's a lot that I like.
I like Oktoberfest.
I think this one's just called Munsterfest. From Three Floyds. This is Three Floyds Oktoberfest because Three
Go
Floyds
figure.
can do no wrong. Now,
Except for on sour beer.
you said Oktoberfest or October just passed, but this is bottled in 2023.
Oh,
So this is a 1 year
year's.
old Oktoberfest.
Most excellent.
I'm a little skeptical on aging any kind of lager style.
Jim, skeptical on a Three Floyds? What the
But
hell happened?
it'll be just fine.
I'm sure it will be.
See, I had a whole idea to lead this story off with
Gosh,
whatever
my hand is
embarrassing...
shaking. What the heck? I'm excited.
You need some alcohol, that's why.
We can fix this.
All right.
Tastes good. Tastes like a Marzen.
Smells like one.
I like it. Just a little malty, a little sweet, a little bready.
Smells just like it. Smells good.
Oh,
Kind of bland.
I think it needs to be colder.
Disappointed. Yeah, I'm
Should be
disappointed.
colder.
Yeah, it feels colder probably, but I don't think
Not
it's
bad.
bland.
Yeah, not bad.
I taste the malty and sweetness in this.
I don't get a
It's
lot
an
of the sweet.
Oktoberfest.
I don't get a lot of the sweet. It's very simple.
I don't.
I don't hate
sweet.
it though. I like it. I like it.
It's very
like
I think it's the problem is we only ever
So.
drink like really
I
heavy
had, yeah,
big
so
beers.
True,
so far.
So far, one sip though.
I know. Here comes number two.
Here, Mary, you got to do it 3 times. And that applies for anything.
Did he
It
tell you
does,
the
it
third
does.
time you have to gulp and swallow?
No,
No, that's a
I
choice.
was just going to say swallow, but then I realized that felt weird.
I'm not that gullible. Either. Not that gullible.
That's good.
I like it.
I would like to drink it.
So much lighter than what
Cold.
we've had in the past.
Yeah, I think that
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to like
Yeah, 2
trying to
weeks ago,
process
those
it
were
in my
some heavy
brain.
beers.
Like we've had a lot of like all the other heavy beers leading up to
This
this.
episode, we are kind of switching though. So we did a beer just
Wet
the
our
whistle,
whistles.
I guess. Yeah.
This one's got a little more bitter aftertaste, but not bad. Not bad bitter at all. It's just
So the question is this better than Barn Buddies at Starcraft Brewery?
hell no. And I said it. Listen, they got me swearing. That's not like me.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I think Barn Buddies is better, but Barn Buddies also wasn't a year old,
That is true.
so
Oh, Barn
But even
Buddies is
fresh,
so
Barn Buddies
good.
still would have been better.
I
yeah.
agree.
I'll be
Oh,
honest.
absolutely.
I appreciate that, my friends.
I can't register it, but I like
Hands
it.
down.
I know I like it, and I can't register it right now. I'm sorry.
We get paid for that message.
Wait, you're getting paid for this?
$20
Oops.
You're getting paid for what the hell?
For the Barn Buddy
for promoting
plug.
Barn Buddies.
What the hell?
$20.
Oh, I'll promote shit. Goddamn.
Can I take my $20
You
in Bar
didn't get
Buddies?
as excited as we did, so you get nothing.
Oh. Oh.
I'm not waiting.
Whoa.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yep. this I thought this one would be really
Third
really
time
on there.
is not the charm. That's like my dating life.
Oh, he just blew that.
Ooh, this bottle is just like.
This is just like my dating life. Holy hell. God damn.
He's going to knock the mic over.
A little harder. Left a little.
Little more.
To the left.
I don't like this bottle opener.
Little more.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
Jesus Christ.
There should have been a video to see that, him opening that bottle up.
For the record, I've never done that until now.
Don't lie to me.
Grr.
I've seen your OnlyFans.
There's nothing on it. I keep telling you that. That looks clear. Holy hell. What is that?
Cider.
Oh, I'm in.
So this is a Black Star Farms cider from Old Mission outside of Traverse City. This one is from 2017.
Ooh.
It does contain sulfates.
It's our oldest
Sad.
one today. Actually, mine might be older.
Carbonated apple hard cider. Black Star Farms, 7%.
You can see the bubbles. I love it.
I can see them. Yeah, I better dump this. So we can
Oh.
Oh, no, don't dump.
You dump as much as you want. You
Wait,
don't have
hang
to
on a
listen to
second.
Johnny.
Here, let me see this.
Yeah, see.
I'm kind of a garbage disposal when it comes to a lot
Oh,
of
look at
this.
that. Finally get to pour you again. There you go.
Aw,
Yay.
Wow,
I
it's-
missed
I
that.
feel like a real gentleman.
that's really
Yes.
clear. Holy crap.
It's so bubbly when I went to smell it, like the exploding bubbles. Like
the effervescence.
Yeah, blast like right up into your nose. Like my
Look at
nose
that.
This is
got
like
bubbles on it.
New Year's Eve type stuff.
Ooh,
Look at that.
smells fantastic.
It very much has like champagne carbonation to it.
It sure
Yes.
does.
That nose is fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're coming back. I love it. I love it.
He just complimented my nose.
That's really tasty for
Oh my
a
God.
7-year-old cider.
Wow.
That's really good.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's almost like a sour apple
I
concept.
was just
Yeah.
going
Little
to say
sweetness.
that. Sour
And I
apples.
But
wish
not overpowered, not overdone.
I wish I hooked my cider up because I just finished a cider here, and it is a sour apple caramel cider.
So I heard a rumor that you messed something up with that.
Not the cider. I did mess something up with a milkshake stout, but
Yeah.
we're not talking about that. I was fucking stupid or drunk. I don't know.
We could.
Yes.
That's-
Yeah, nope.
That is super bubbly though. For
That's
Yes.
amazing.
like it is very bubbly. Like as soon as you drink it, like it's like that champagne bubbles. Like
but it's so
I'm not a
good.
big champagne fan, but I like this.
But it has that sour apple kind of tart taste, like it's been aged out for a while.
I like dry ciders. I
So-
like tart ciders, so I like this a lot.
I end up with a lot of like the carbonated grape juice crap on New Year's Eve because a lot of people I know don't really drink, so they get that. This tastes like that, but 10 times better. This is fantastic.
It does taste like one that's
Yeah,
non-alcoholic.
yeah, but there's a bit, but it just tastes like what you get for like $3.19 for a 2-pack of Welch's at Kroger.
Yeah.
I like it. Everyone's all on their phones and shit. What the heck?
I was taking a picture of this so I could send it to someone to let them know like how good this is because I was very skeptical about a cider of this age
Phenomenal.
like actually coming through, but it is aged
You said 2017.
wonderfully. Yeah, this is
That
2017.
held up way better than I would have expected. Thank you.
I was worried. I've kept it because the bottle's green, so like you'd expect some like some
Little
light
light
degradation.
struck, yeah.
But I've kept it in a box in the closet, so
Oh,
it's
so it's been in
never
a dark place,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
never seen light.
Ah, so it's seasoned to being dark. Gotcha.
Yeah, yep. I think people get confused about like how beer gets skunked or how beverages get skunked. It's not going hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It's light, like actual light well, and oxygen, like depending on how much oxygen is in the bottle. Like you could tell there was no residual oxygen in this bottle,
No.
or at least little enough that this didn't oxidize. Because there's no off tinny kind of flavor to it. There's no mineraliness to it. Like they did a really good job bottling and securing this.
Phenomenal. And it's not overly sweet, which is what I like. So many ciders, like a lot of the Blake stuff, and I like a lot of Blake's, don't get me wrong. But a lot of the stuff, there's so many sugars in it.
I don't
It's
care.
just so much.
Yeah, I don't like it
Marty
sweet.
and I went there with relatives one time, and we did a tasting for the ciders, and none of us really enjoyed it because they
Yeah.
were sweet.
No, we still go
yeah.
every year, at least once a year, because it's been tradition. Even before they had the cidery there that Kaylin and I go. And I'll usually drink their beers because their beers are fine. But yeah, the ciders, like she likes the ciders more because she likes sweet ciders. But we both.
It's a great place to go to. Don't get me wrong, but we didn't care for the.
This we bought
haven't been
on
in a
our
while.
typical tandem trip. We always go to Tandem, and so I bought this from Black Star Farms when we did Mission Point. We usually do like Mission Peninsula one day and then like Sutton's Bay the other. And
Oh my god.
this is Kaylin's favorite winery. She likes Black Star Farms. She just likes to go pet the horses.
Black Star Farms is good.
I'd say if she wants to pet horses, she's welcome anytime, but we sold ours. So we no longer have horses finally.
Horses are delicious, dumb animals.
Never tasted.
You can't eat
me
them in
neither.
the U.S.
No, you got to go to Canada.
Stop me.
Well, you'll get
No,
really
it's-
sick because of everything they shoot it up with.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm not eating like racehorses.
Well, any horse in the United States. Because with the shots they give it, you can't eat it.
I just don't like horses.
I did not know that.
Nope. That's why it's illegal in the U.S.
I just thought it was because they were defined as pets.
So you can't eat your dog or cats?
Nope.
Nah.
They're doing it in. Never mind.
Let's not
go there.
No, because Johnny's going to go to a dark place that he will not come back from.
Nah, we won't go
Anyways,
there.
hey, look, cider.
The cider's really good.
It's phenomenal.
I was really worried that this was going to come out bad.
No, it's-
and it's refreshing after all the kind of like heavy things that we
Oh,
had
yeah.
today.
The last couple of weeks, not today.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, the last few weeks.
Yeah. We had the Christmas stuff last week, remember?
You see, we just are automatons who just sit here for 7 days a week and only activate for the 1 hour we record every Sunday.
Oh, I have a question about. You were talking about beer.
That's the whole podcast, yeah.
Right.
Beer, brewing, and bullshit.
Really?
You're getting smacked next.
Really? Yeah. I'm not. I'm giving Johnny a break.
Hold on. You're going to smack him. Hold
The
on,
smack's
let me
coming
get
to
my
him.
camera out. Come
Okay.
on. All right, go.
Ready, set.
I can take it.
I can't reach that far without knocking stuff over.
Watch out, I dish it out better
But anyway,
than Johnny.
can I ask my question?
I got a nice.
Yes.
My question is, the guy that when I was buying those beers the last time I was here, he's told me that you should store your beer upside down. The high gravity. Yeah, it's heavy. Oh boy. Anyway, he's stored upside down so that it mixes well. That when you turn it over gently to open it. Have you ever heard? Was he handing me a line?
No,
I mean, I acted like I believed
there's
him.
a point to it.
but-
So some of the stuff that has more
More of a cork.
spices. Yeah, so with anything that's got a cork,
You want it upside down.
you want it sideways.
That way, yeah, because like
Yeah,
a wine
wines,
with
they
the
put
cork.
Yeah,
Upside-
when it
upside
comes
down.
to beers or stuff, though, so you'll see
Yeah. I didn't know
lot
that
of
a beer
the
would-
microbrews. So if there's stuff that has some more sediment, you'll typically see
Like
it
an
in or
unfiltered
spices.
kind of thing or something.
Yeah,
like
basically,
all
yeah.
beer should be
So
Or
unfiltered.
those hazy beers or
Yeah.
something.
So what that is as the beer sits, any of the particulate's going to settle to the bottom and hard pack. So when you get to the bottom, if you ever get a craft beer that you let sit and age for a while and drink it, your first couple pours are going to be pretty clear, and then to the bottom you're going to get a lot of sediment.
Which don't drink that. So I think this guy is dumb.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was trying to talk
So
about.
some beers have a point to that. So some of the spices in some spice beers will settle to the bottom.
But not across the board then.
No, not across the board. It's not a generic thing.
All
It's
right.
if you want to apply it to all of them, you can, but you may miss out on some of the nuances of some of the better quality stuff that doesn't need that. So some beers kind of do. Do you remember? This is a Budweiser reference. Golden Harvest.
I
They
heard
had
of it.
years
yeah,
ago.
Yeah.
So it was like a coriander orange peel kind of beer. It was pretty good. But if you let it set, all that stuff would settle to the bottom. You didn't get that haziness. You missed out on some of the complexities of those spices that influenced what the beer was.
Oh, maybe that's what he was referring to.
So
I don't know.
you'll see some of them on the side of the bottle. They'll have like a pour 3/4 of it out, plug it, tip it up and back, and then pour the rest of it. That's kind of influences that. It's not necessarily a yeast sediment. Sometimes it's spices or seasonings that are in what it is that they're making. So is there truth to it? Yes.
So
Is it
99 out of
necessary?
100
No.
beers don't do that too.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah, when you get to the end of some of them, and you'll look, so you'll see it in a lot of wine or mead bottles. If you look at the very bottom, you'll see a thin layer of sediment. A lot of people will stop when they pour that because that's what the yeast settling is. That's what other particulate in that bottle is settling to the bottom. 99% of people won't drink that.
Yeah, there's only so much brewer's yeast that you should consume.
Yes, we
From
a few episodes
experience.
back we
From
talked about that. Yeah, what was it? Auto brewery syndrome.
You can do that, yeah. We're gonna.
I'm good. I'm good.
Say we're gonna finish this bottle of cider because this is
Oh,
really
absolutely.
good.
I'll go for more, please. Thank you, sir.
I can't reach that far.
Keep going. I mean, you can fill it up however much you want.
There's
Okay.
the whole
No, it's
bottle.
good. And that's light, right?
Yeah, I think
Like
it's 7%.
That's the lightest thing we've had today.
Yeah, hasn't it?
I'm imagining this Oktoberfest was probably
In the last 3 weeks, that's the lightest.
No, I do think in the last 3 weeks we had a 5.5 or 5%
Oh, okay.
Christmas beer.
Okay.
I do remember when I was pulling those out, one of them was just over 5%.
Yeah, I think only the
Just a
barrel aged
baby.
ones were like 9.
I can't believe I have a good memory like that to remember 2 weeks or 3 weeks. What are we on now? I don't know. Maybe a month ago.
This
It's not
is,
the future anymore. You don't have to remember the future.
This is a week.
I'm good at
This
it.
is a week since the Christmas episode, and I just remember I gotta type all that shit in when I do the episode descriptions.
Oh yeah, you got lots of work to do, John.
I do.
You can just say you tried the 12 Days of Christmas pack from Rochester Mills.
But that was like 6 years ago. It's changed by now, I'm sure.
Maybe. That sounds like their
Probably
problem.
better now.
I haven't seen it in years. I don't even know if they do
I'm
it
gonna
anymore.
tag the individual ones because that's what the social media and the YouTube algorithms pick up on is the names of these.
It's all brilliant. I like
Yeah.
it.
So do you have new numbers for us? Like, did we grow? Did we decrease in
I don't want to talk about it.
customers listening? Oh, that's
We'll talk
bad.
about it. Some of the numbers they've been trending down a little bit.
My computer shut down, so I couldn't like ping stuff anymore.
However, thanks. That's why. The funny part is, so I created a thing a few weeks ago. So through our hosting site Podbean, there's an option to upload to LinkedIn. But in order to upload to LinkedIn, I had to create a job title for doing podcasts. So in my defense, I've been doing this a long time now. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm bored. I'm a little buzzed up. So I made a whole job entry for that. And now anybody who's on LinkedIn that actually listens to the episodes is going to hear this. However, we've been posting on LinkedIn in addition to everything else. It's doing better than Facebook, than YouTube, and Podbean most weeks. There's actually more people interacting with it. Longer listen times and everything.
Because people who are on LinkedIn are unemployed and they have nothing better to do than listen to our podcast.
Or they're employed and they hate their job and just listen anyways.
I think that both those things are true. And people who don't like their job.
Well, hey, so
killing
any
it.
of y'all listening to there on that, I mean, look at my history. You see what I can do. I need a job bad. Please hit me up.
Podcasting is a job. It's on LinkedIn.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
He created it.
I'm not the first one, though.
I refuse to believe that there wasn't some category for podcasting already
there
because
is.
it's been like
Oh,
a
there
very-
is.
Joe
Yeah.
Rogan
Oh,
and
there
everyone
absolutely
that's
I was
out
just
there,
gonna say, like,
there
yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
Oh, yeah.
influencer is like a career aspiration for kids now. Like, I'm going to be an influencer.
even a
And
lot
it's
of the
like, yeah, but
people-
you suck.
So funny story about that. So the past show, Wheeling, the off-road show, this was very early on in our production of that show. And I almost don't want to say this. I kind of feel bad.
Then
about it.
don't.
Then
No,
moving on.
I'm gonna fuck it. So this was at Yale. This was in Yale. We'll call it that. They were doing like a career day thing, and they were trying to bring different people in to present on different types of work industries. And we'll
And Johnny showed up as, I'm an OnlyFans content creator.
no, we showed up as
I sell feet pics.
so. It was a social
Is that what those
media.
are?
Social media influencer. Which, to be fair,
To be fair.
To be fair.
there we go.
To be
There
fair,
we go. She doesn't even know, but we're in.
follow the
So,
lead.
yep. So we were called in kind of a last minute as a presenter to do as a social media presenter and podcast producers.
You were
my buddy
meant to
Keith
be
and
an
I.
example of why none of them should chase the career of content creator.
Yeah, but they did, and that was the whole thing. That was about the TikTok explosion. There's a couple of them that did that. They're doing insanely well right now.
It's not hard.
Because
There's a
of-
lot of idiots on the internet.
I'm not gonna speak to that because apparently we influence these people positively enough. They did it and they're succeeding in life because of us sitting there with a couple of mics. Like, yeah, so we talk about trucks and off-road
I think it's
stuff.
great.
It was great.
Wow.
Oh, it was awesome. It was fun as hell.
Good
And
story.
if that's what helped them succeed, more power to you. I mean, I'm not denying it. That was cool as hell. I just wish we were a little more successful too.
You know what that means, though? We're just not smart enough. We are dumb.
No, that does
Yep.
not.
I mean, if we're drinking beer and we're having fun with that, at least I'm for it.
Yeah, there you go.
I just hope to
You know what most successful podcasts do?
make money.
Scripts.
Scripts. Nah, fuck that. That's rehearsed.
see, so
that's
yeah, what's
pre-planned.
Not drink beer.
So we tried that.
Unscripted.
You listen to the first probably 15, 20 episodes of Wheel, and we scripted it. You can hear the papers moving around. I would spend the entire week making notes for what we were going to present on, and I'd hit on those notes, and it was a lot of historical, significantly important things that we were talking about, and it was great, but it was very rigid. It was very, oh, well, did you know this? Oh, and you could hear the papers going around as we're doing this. And I don't remember when. Hold on. You gotta wait for the pop.
Oh no, it's not going to do that.
yeah,
Trust
well-
me.
Just, no, pull it straight up.
Ugh. I'm going to make a mess if I do that.
It's not carbonated.
Okay. Well, let's see. This is all this pomp and circumstance.
There
Oh,
it is. So we tried the scripted thing, and it was so rigid. It sounded rehearsed. It sounded so unorganized. And we switched our dynamic with that show to more what we do now, and just kind of winging it and having fun. We would talk in general. This is our topic today. This is what we're going to discuss. And the guy that I did the show with is one of those. You'll hear the phrase, "This guy's forgotten more than we'll ever know." This was the living embodiment of that. Was that
Wow.
guy? And the things that we talked about, some of the stuff we got into. I'd still research things before we got into it, but it was fantastic what we got into. And that's what started kind of blowing our show up, was when we switched to that dynamic, everything got more fun. And we had a lot of comments and reviews on the show. And one of my absolute favorites to this day was, so we had my co-host and I, we had a good friend of ours who unfortunately passed away. And we had interviewed him several weeks to a month or so before he passed. And we got a review, the guy, and it was the guy's son. And it was Jack, I believe. I'm hoping to remember your name right. And shout out to you, sir, if you're listening. It was along the lines of, he sent us a message, he left us a review, and it's like, I was working in the garage on the Jeep today, and I was listening to the episode you guys did with my dad, and it was like he was here with me.
Aww.
And I teared up when I heard that, and it hits you right in the feels even hearing
Yeah.
that now. And we had a few things like that. A lot of our reviews were like, it's like we're sitting in the garage drinking beers with them, and that was the whole
Yeah.
dynamic we wanted to go with. And the funny thing was, we didn't generally get into the beers and drinking until our after show. And our after show was a subscription base only. Like, there's a lot of stuff, very personal level, high end stuff we did not want the general people to hear. So there was a subscription base that we had built for that. And so unfortunately that co-host passed away. And I always made kind of the story, and I'm still close with the family, and I told his oldest son, it's like, hey, if you ever want those episodes, I'll give you a copy of them. However, you are not to give a copy of these to your sister until you listen to them and decide if you want the rest of the family to know about these. We got into some serious shit with it. But we had so much fun with it, and we turned that into such a good thing before stuff went bad, and I'll leave it at
Well,
that.
so that meant a lot to his dad.
To him,
Or to him,
all
yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
And it still comes up every now and then, and because of my experiences with that, has turned into this. So that's where a lot of this gear came from, was starting with that, learning
started
that,
the
cutting my
journey,
teeth
yeah.
with that. And that was 2018 or so, I think, was when we started that show. And that's turned into what became here. And the single most significant element aside of equipment and the hosting site and me editing that has remained the same is we still drink and we have a good time. So I keep calling this out every now and then. I'm going to call it out again, and I don't give a shit who's got what. I'm going to call this out to Keith because he started so much of this. And everyone's empty, so I'm going to choose y'all.
Our glasses are. I'm not cheersing you with an empty glass.
Yes,
waiting.
you damn well better.
I want.
There's a
'Cause he's
drop.
still
There's a
there.
drop in there. Yeah,
And
there
I'm
we go.
going to kill this, and we're going to move on to the next one before I keep going with this. So, to Jim with the description.
So before you do the description, we were kind of joking on the back end here.
I was trying to learn more to give a description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We scanned the barcode.
Yeah, we scanned the barcode of this bottle because like I can't find ABV, I can't find a year it was bottled, I can't find the year it was brewed.
Oh, boy.
So we scanned the barcode on this,
And we
thinking,
both came up with the same thing.
yep, Google definitely brought up the same thing. So he brought up the UPC brings up Speed Stick deodorant,
Wrigley's Extra Gum.
Wrigley's Extra Gum, and what brand of panty liners was that?
Always incredibly
Always.
thin
Oh.
daily liners,
Yeah.
20 count.
That's what we're going to taste?
Yeah. So those are the
God.
flavor descriptors for this mead.
Did you look it up on Untapped?
Listen.
What is it? What is it?
We
No,
just
the
scanned
UPC.
the barcode.
We were scanning the
No,
UPC
tell-
to see if
what is it?
scan it with Untapped.
I brought it.
Uh-oh.
I'll scan it with
Pause.
Untapped.
All right, I mean, if we keep talking over the music, so I need you to keep talking with me
No,
over the music.
just pause it.
No, I don't want to pause it. Brought to you by Daryl'sDildos.com. What is that website again, Jim?
I'm busy.
Is that what he says all the time? I'm busy.
No, usually he'll go into that website again is Daryl'sDildos.com.
So welcome back to High Gravity with my this is Carol and with my co-host, Jim, over here to my right, Daryl in front
Hi.
of me, and what was your name again?
Hot Mike.
Hot Mike.
Hot Mike.
No, Johnny Orange,
Johnny
damn it.
Orange.
Oh, yeah.
AKA Hot Mike.
Thank you for joining us this beautiful morning.
Hot Mike in the AM.
It's afternoon, though.
It's afternoon. Is it already?
Could be
103.
AM.
Time flies when you're
Hot
having
Mike
so
would be
much
for
fun.
nighttime, too, though.
Good beers, good
Hot
ciders.
Mike.
Oh, yeah.
From Daryl'sDildos.com.
That's Daryl'sDildos.com.
That's going to be the first one we release. Smack on your face.
So like we said earlier, we couldn't find anything based on the UPC of this beer. We just found some things that aren't beer. It's not a beer. It's not a beer either. It's a mead. Well, they call it a honey boysenberry wine. This one is called Admiration from Moonlight Meadery, and it is made from a blend of honey, boysenberry puree, and water. The boysenberries and honey balance each other out, creating a sweet wine that pairs well with any dish. I don't normally eat dishes, but the food on top of them.
I don't know about any
agreed.
dish, though. That's a bold statement.
It is a
It
bold
is.
statement.
It is.
That is.
What if I'm eating kibi nai,
What the
go-
hell is that?
raw lamb? Does it go with kibi nai? We'll see.
Wait, say that
It
again?
could.
Kibi nai, raw lamb. Never had it?
No, is that like mincemeat, like raw
Is that-
beef and veggies?
Kibby? Did you say Kibby?
Kibi nai.
Let's talk about dog
Well,
kibble.
he said it so fast, sound like Kimmy Nine.
It's not kibby. He's just that
I
drunk.
thought-
He's eating
Kibby.
dog kibble.
I
No,
thought
it is kibi.
Look at that. It is literally stained the inside of the bottle.
Oh my god!
Look
I'm
at
kind of worried how hazy,
Oh,
like,
it is
Holy
hazy.
hell!
yeah, it's stained
my
the inside of the
God.
bottle.
How old is this?
I have no idea.
I was looking, I couldn't find it. All I could find was
Ooh,
panty
smells.
liners, gum, and deodorant.
it smells like a mead with just,
Wine.
yeah.
It smells like
That's
somewhere
what it
between
tastes
mead
like,
and
too,
wine.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of disappointing.
I think it's good.
Oh, it's not bad.
Oh,
It's not overly
I just,
sweet.
yeah, I expected more.
It kind of
tastes
tastes
like prunes.
Yeah, I was gonna say kind of vaguely tastes fruity, like
Yeah.
just fruity. I don't know. It's good. I don't know what the ABV.
The other one I brought's that
think
pineapple
13%.
chipotle one, right?
I don't know. I didn't read it yet.
I think so.
This is, I think, 13% alcohol. If I read the Untapped profile correctly.
if I had to guess, like the taste and the feel, normally 13% sharp feel on the back. And I really don't feel any alcohol in the back.
So these are very aged and mellow at this point, I think.
You know what it reminds me of? Have you ever had like black cherry yogurt? It's just
Yes.
cheap black cherry. It reminds me
Yeah.
of like the cherries that you get in that yogurt, like that yogurt cherry
Kinda
flavor.
I
almost
could see
fake.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. But it's not bad. I think it's good. I would enjoy drinking a small glass of this if it was colder.
Like
So
we're
the-
doing right now.
The scary
Small
thing,
glass?
look at the price tag on that thing.
This brings
This
back
is one of my
memories.
clearance bottles specials.
Ooh, memories.
Memories, yes.
Oh.
When I was,
Do tell, do tell.
no, I stayed with my grandma for a while because I was driving too far from work in the winter. So I stayed with her, and she had all very aged groceries, if you will. And she used to make a prune. Seriously, when I said it tastes like prunes, it reminds me of how when she would cook these prunes in a pot, and they were really old prunes, and they would soften up. And she was always thinking I needed that to keep healthy, right? Prunes are good for you, isn't it right, Daryl? We talked about this once before.
Helps you shit better.
Well, yes, exactly right. Keeps things moving.
I mean, regularity is an important.
And when I
part of
tasted
it.
that brought back the memory of.
It does taste exactly
Yeah.
like prunes.
Yep. And I
I agree
hate
with
to
you.
admit, but I do like prunes, but not this so much.
I don't know
No,
what I've
this is not bad for being old.
No, it's good. Yeah.
It's not bad
Yeah, being old, it's okay, I guess.
for being old.
So I this is probably like 2 years ago now. There's a local gas station to me that they partner with a liquor store in the city, and when they get beers, wines, meads, and whatever that's old, they'll bring it to the store that I'm
And that
in.
location is on. Never mind.
I've never given that address away. Fuck off. But they used to bring them there and clearance them out for $1 to $2 a bottle. So
No.
yeah, if you look at like the bottle Jim's got right there, as he turns it, $22.99, I believe is the price tag on that. I paid $2 for that.
What?
Yeah. So last time they had these down there, I bought 6 cases worth of meads and beers and a few wines for
Wow.
$1 to $2 a bottle. Like there were a couple bottles I bought that had a $39.99 price tag on them
Wow.
that I got for $2 a bottle.
I want to make sure it gets.
Wow. I've
that's not
met
these
my
ones.
I'm a bargain shopper, and I think I've met my match.
Oh, I'm a cheap SOB. Don't get me
Wow.
wrong. Yeah, I'm a cheap dude, but when I can find stuff like this cheap, I'll buy everything they have. And what started a lot of this, so I like ginger ale, and they had ginger mead. And I'm like, I love mead, I love honey. This seems like it's going to be very good. So I bought a couple of them, and I brought them home to try them that night. And I liked it so much, I went back the next day and I bought every single thing he had on the shelf by that manufacturer.
Oh my God.
So that was Schramm's Mead. He's a local meadery, and he makes phenomenal products.
Nonsensical.
So it's a small part of my origin story that I've tried to tell it on the show, and it just doesn't happen. But I followed I believe it's called Modern Mead Makers, the book. So if you're getting into brewing and mead, read Modern Mead Maker. Hold on.
Oh, this again?
Come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. So if you're getting into mead or brewing, it's a very, very good book. It talks about mead and yeast and the different equipment that goes into brewing mead, but that's applicable to beer and to wine and to anything that you get into in brewing technology and knowledge base. And like I said, I bought every single thing in that store that said Schramm's at that time that was on clearance. I bought it all.
Schramm's makes really good mead.
Oh, yeah. And it ended up being a total of about 6 cases worth of beers and meads. And I've got maybe a case's worth left at this point.
Was that the ginger mead we had?
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite
Yeah.
meads.
I've got like 5 or 6
Wow.
bottles left.
So
I told you in the group chat planning for this, I had more. I could have brought
This
it.
meadery is in New Hampshire. I don't think I mentioned that, that they're in New Hampshire. We do have another one, though, that actually is living up to its description a little bit here. Semi-sweet and smoky pineapple mead with chipotle added.
We're back to pineapple like we were a couple, what was it, months ago?
Is
or
it
weeks
straight or
ago?
upside down?
Yeah.
It is a collaboration with
determined.
Scott Shar. This mead took first place at a 2016 Mead Free or Die competition. Slightly sweet pineapple notes fade to a smoky chipotle finish. An outstanding flavor experience. Right down the center of the dry sweet line, 14% alcohol by volume. And Romance by the Glass from Moonlight Meadery. This one is called A Common Disaster. And again, from Londonderry, New Hampshire. Sure.
So I will say, I scanned this barcode, and it did not come up with that. So I thought maybe the barcode scanner was messed up. So I scanned the apple hard cider we had from Black Star Farms, and it came up as
Black Star Farms.
Black Star Farms.
Wow,
Interesting.
interesting.
So I
Yeah, very
scanned this
interesting.
one, and it came up as truck tunnel covers.
Yeah, like some
Oh, good. I
and
can
something
hardly
about
wait.
lasers. There was something
It's
about
a laser
lasers.
thing, yes.
Oh, wow.
So,
So
not
that's
mead.
2 for 2 that did not come up with.
I love the shit that I keep bringing. It just doesn't register that it exists.
Maybe we should taste it first before we get those kind of descriptions, because like
I could see it smelling like
Rubber?
a truck tonneau cover.
oh, it does.
Tiniest bit of
It really does. Like that old like vinyl on a hot day in your car kind of smell.
This smells like a sweeter mead. Your face says it's not good. I haven't tried it yet, but I can see by your face.
the last one was better. It tastes like a mead, but it doesn't taste like a good mead.
Like a mead on a hot day next to a bicycle tire.
yeah,
It's not as bad as the description by no means. I don't think.
I think the smokiness that they were going for has like faded into like
It's-
like a stale burnt wood.
It's a hint there, but I mean it's
not good.
there on kind of the finish.
I'll give the third sip.
Don't dump it. I'll take it. It's just because it's mead. That's.
I like mead. I never did before.
Oh, I love it.
First time I had it, I thought it was disgusting. I couldn't even drink it.
Honey's
did I
really
just
good.
say?
I like honey a lot.
There it
I'm
is.
not drinking from the pitcher.
Oh well, then
I'm not that desperate.
yeah, I'm not. I've had mead I like. I had mead I didn't like. This is among the meads I didn't like. I feel like the smoky character they're going for aged out of this long ago.
Oh yeah, it's
And aged into something
There's
not
a hint
very
of
good.
it there though.
Yeah, it's not a good hint. It's a bad hint. It's a hint at something gross.
We've had worse.
The previous mead was good. The previous
Oh, yeah.
mead was,
It was
was
good.
nice and fruity.
It was sweeter, but it was very tasty.
I feel like this reminds me of buckwheat honey, and I've got a jar of buckwheat honey at home, and I just do not enjoy it. It's not.
It's so bold. I love it
It's
though.
way too bold. It's way too
good,
smoky. It's way too hickory.
Oh, it's so good.
It
It's so filling in the mouthfeel and the taste and just everything about it. I
So
love it.
filling in the mouth.
Yes.
I think that's what thinned out the back end of that black lager. I put a bunch of that in that
I
black
don't care.
lager I
Laugh at
made.
me. I don't give a shit.
And the mouthfeel up front is heavier, and then like on the palate it's really thin. And I think that maybe a little bit too much simple sugar thinned it out. But that beer in general kind of fell flat for me. Like I really wish I would have had some kind of adjunct or something. Like it's missing something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. Daryl tried it.
This was one that their friends giving.
Yeah, the pale ale turned out good. I was happy with the pale ale.
I still want to try those.
I still have them on tap.
Pale ale was good.
I texted you
little
that
better.
night.
We
Yeah.
had the hops, but it was good.
I think that'll fade out. It'll
Say-
in a couple of weeks. It'll be just right.
I texted you when I was ready to head over after I got out the shower that day, but you never responded.
I'd already been on my feet for like 15 hours, and I was already
was
hammered.
too.
So
I spent 6 hours loading a fucking 6,000-pound Jeep backhoe onto it.
I wanted to go to bed, and there were
I
still
did
humans
too.
at my house. And I had to wait until they left.
I passed out in my towel waiting on a text message from you right out the shower.
Oh, good. I was too drunk.
Oh, Daryl.
There's something
Such
I'm
a
just
sob
not going to
story.
say.
Oh, my
Go
God.
for it. Go for it. No judgment here.
Nope.
Unless you're talking, you're going to drink Bud Light. There's no judgment here. Go for it.
You're not
thirsty.
doing that one.
I'm thirsty. I could go for a light beverage.
I'm feeling great right now. Tell you that much.
Maybe a nice Pabst Blue Ribbon. A quality beverage.
Maybe some food.
I like food.
We got to go a little longer. I don't want this to be another super short one.
So I will give a quick little story here. Because,
Ooh, story time.
yay,
Yay.
I love food. So I went down to the World Food Competition in Indy. Was that 2 weeks ago?
This could be like 4 weeks ago by the time this airs.
6 weeks, whatever. it is
Regardless.
now. Yes.
X amount of time ago.
Either way, went down there, and one of the friends that's in the competition, she did a great job. She gave me tickets to get in for free.
Nice.
And they were just the general admission, $25 tickets. So she gave me the tickets. We went and turned them in. No, they were VIP tickets. They were $700 tickets.
Woo!
I got to go upstairs and drink for free all day. So I was drinking Yingling. I was drinking Maker's Mark. I was drinking Tito's.
My goal would
All
be to
day.
drink $700 worth of booze on top of all the food I ate.
Challenge accepted.
And the food they had in the VIP room, it was okay, but it wasn't like the food on the floor. So I found out that if you're a cheferee, is what they're called on the floor, and all they do is make sure you start on time. When the timer's done, that you're not cooking anymore. You don't drop anything on the floor, things like that. And the cheferees, when everything's done, have passes to go into the back room and eat anything that was made during the competition that's left over. So next year, I want to go and I want to work for an hour and a half. That's all you have to work, an hour and a half as a chef-free, and you get to eat everything.
Better fucking call me up, motherfucker.
So now,
I'm
I'm ready to go.
eat
Yes.
until I throw up and then eat again.
That doesn't sound good to me.
No,
That
it doesn't.
Part, no,
But,
that
you
part
know, it
doesn't.
But the
sound
event, it was really cool to see. For the first time I've ever been to like a food cooking championship.
I've never been. I've been to food eating competitions. I was not participating.
But the
I
cooking
coulda won that
championship was cool.
Oh yeah.
And they had live fire. They had fire pits outside because they had a
I'm in.
competition, and there
I'm in.
was pigs roasting over open flame fires.
Oh yeah.
And that was pretty
You're
cool.
speaking my language here. We
Yeah.
keep going.
That sounds really nice.
It was a lot of
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
I like food.
I don't even like pork, but when it's fire roasted and smoked like that, I'm all in.
Oh, you don't have to twist my arm to eat anything. I'm
so-
a very adventurous eater.
While I'm down
Again,
there, of course,
look at me.
I'm going to breweries.
Yeah.
So I went to
yeah.
a few breweries. They were disappointing.
I'll say you didn't look very
Aw.
excited.
I went to a German brewery that was the
This
family.
took a dark turn.
The family was from Germany. They came out. Their beers were good. They weren't bad. None of the beers I had were bad. Their food was horrendous. Like,
funny.
if you have a brewery, you can't have bad food.
No,
No,
you can't.
At
The
all.
Germans aren't known for their food as much as their beer, though.
But the beer wasn't like
I don't
so
know.
good
They
that I
have
would go
b-
back just because.
They
Yeah, just to
have
go to the beer.
Bavarian pretzels.
But yeah, the food wasn't good.
Okay. Yeah, that's disappointing.
See, most
Very
of the time I've had a really good experience at breweries with their food, so that's
I
really
think
super disappointing.
I've realized I think sometimes it depends what state you go to.
True.
Because there's a lot of states that you go to where you can find a good brewery, but most of them are just Because
Yeah.
we're
Like,
so
yeah.
used to Michigan,
When we go
and
to
so many
we go to
breweries.
Colorado, like in Denver, there's a million breweries, but 90% of them don't have food.
Oh, I
like-
believe that.
Yeah, like every brewery just has beer. Like we learned very early on, we kept going to brewery after brewery trying to find food, and because we wanted to go brewery hopping, but we also wanted to eat. And after like 4 breweries on an empty stomach, you're like, okay, we just have to just go to a restaurant now because we can't go to another
But
brewery.
then I also learned that down in Indianapolis, if you have a brewery, no one under the age of 21 is allowed in.
Oh, that's great.
That's one of
that's legit.
the laws.
No matter what time of the day it is.
Doesn't matter.
So I
I
know
love
if
that.
I'm looking at a girl, I have a good shot at not going to jail.
Yeah, but like
Alright,
here,
so I'm-
like here at our place, family place.
Maybe
my
don't-
kids come in
maybe
here.
don't
Right,
admit that.
right.
Maybe don't.
So then, though, they are required by law to sell food. So the second place we went to, they didn't have a kitchen, and they had. And I started making jokes. This is how I learned about it. So the second place we went to, their beers were not good at all, and I started joking because they had food on the menu, and they only had 3 things, and the only one that stood out was a microwave chicken sandwich for $35.
What?
That better be a goddamn good fucking chicken sandwich.
No, the
Jesus.
point is they're just
They had to sell food.
yeah they're adhering to the
legally.
law. Nobody's buying a $35
Okay, then.
microwave chicken sandwich.
And they put right on there, microwave chicken sandwich, $35.
So here's the problem with me.
Gosh.
I'm gonna
You'd have bought it?
gonna challenge it. I'm gonna challenge it. And if it sucks, I know.
Well, one of the breweries we went to that said they had food because we were looking for breweries that had food. We go to this place and their quote unquote food was like they had like meat platter and it was a bag of jerky and like a pre-packaged like slices of cheese.
That's awesome.
And like they had like the pretzels and cheese platter, and it was a bag of like Snyder's pretzels and like again
for heaven's
prepackaged
sakes.
cheese.
Awesome.
Then we went back a year later, and they had like a pizza oven and sandwiches and stuff, and they were really good.
Building.
But the first year it was just like they were very misleading because they said we have food. It's like no, you have jerky and cheese.
But
Again, that
They
sounds like
didn't
my
have
dating
to.
life though. Like I'm gonna
No,
go.
they don't have to. No, I think the laws there with the are kind of similar. Like we are here, where like food and beer are inspected differently, and like you have to be
yeah.
licensed differently. So I think that's why a lot of places out there don't serve food because their beer production and beer distribution laws are much more like easy to adhere to. Like they're much more lax out there than they are here.
But it's weird. Every state has different rules. So, like when I was in New Jersey, for example, and I went to a brewery in New Jersey, I was not allowed to drink a sip of beer until I had a tour because legally you had to have a tour of the facility
In New
before
Jersey?
before you're allowed to have a beer. So one of two ways: they either walked you through the facility, or they had a video on repeat. And when you walked in, have you been here before? I've never been here. First time.
Watch
Sit
that.
right here, watch the video.
I would love.
and be back in 10
I would
minutes.
love to know the reason behind that. Like, what exact? Well, obviously money,
It's always money
like,
and power.
but who's making the
It's the
money off
government.
of you having to tour a brewery?
Because the brewery's going to have to pay, and they just want to control.
It's
either money
it's
or
gonna
it's
come
power.
down to a tax
It's
thing.
a control.
It's going to come down to a tax thing because if you're making a product, you're taxed on that. But if you're using that as a promotional item, then
It's
you're
just
not
control.
taxed on that. But if you have somebody that comes in and use that as a promotional item, you're going to be able to not tax off the payment to. I'm enticing you to buy this product so that you pay the state tax to get
Did
it.
you have to pay for the tour? Or was
Nope, it was free.
Okay. Because we've gone to this. There's a Red Oak Brewery down North Carolina when we visit my brother outside of God, I can't even remember the name of the Greensboro. It's maybe 35 minutes or so, and you have the option of doing the tour or just going in and having the drink or something.
But I just think it's weird how every state has
It's
different rules
different.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yep. It's kind of interesting too because it's
It's a tax thing, is what 90% of it is.
Yeah, I have no idea. I never paid attention to what the deal was.
All I know is when I went and toured the Sam Adams Brewery in Boston, my dad's like, "Don't drink too much of that." I'm like, "There's nobody else drinking from this pitcher. I'm gonna kill this fucking pitcher because they're gonna dump it." And I got pretty fucked up on that tour.
doing the Coors
That was
tour
one of my
was
favorite tours,
the
though.
Coors tour was super lame because it was like a self-guided tour. They just give you
Where,
like
where was that at?
I'm not gonna
Golden,
be quiet.
Colorado.
I'm gonna call you out.
it's
I don't give a
it's
shit.
the largest
Hello.
single site brewery in the world. And again, I've said it before. Golden, Colorado smells like fresh baked bread, and I love it. But the tour, they give you this like little like plastic device that like plays audio, and you have to like walk through the area. You don't get to go down on the floor. You don't get to interact with anything. And then you go and you get your 3 free beers, and they were good. They were delicious beers. Coors Banquet was delicious. Killian's was delicious. Their Helles was delicious, but their tap space that was kind of like down in the basement smelled like piss. So
Bummer.
yeah, I don't know if it was just stale beer that was spilled or like the thousands of people that come through there every day, like they're just making Coors Light at the urinals in the bathroom. But
It just drains right into the bottling room.
yeah, it was still. I mean, it was worth doing, but like it wasn't very fun.
Yeah.
But 3 free beers. There were 7 of
Oh,
us,
yeah.
so we took them for a case of beer, I guess.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I don't know. I just wanted to try Coors Banquet fresh on tap, and it was good.
I've never had that fresh on tap.
Me neither. I've never had it on tap outside of that. Like you always just get it on the bottle. Everyone has Coors Light on tap, but no one has Coors Banquet.
But to go through a facility and see it, it's still impressive because how big of a scale they
Oh, yeah.
brew.
Oh, there's
consistency.
the scale is
That's my favorite thing
It's
about
ridiculous.
That's my absolute favorite thing about brewery tours is
one
seeing
of the,
that.
one
kind
of the
stuff.
things on the
Brewery or
tour,
distillery.
they said there's one train that leaves there every day with a bunch of the beer on it. If you were to work a 40-hour week, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, loading with a high-low, loading pallets of beer into that train, it would take you 96
whatever.
years to fill that train.
Challenge accepted.
So, like, that just goes to show how much beer they actually put out in a single day.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's Golden, Colorado, where there's really nothing else to do in that town except Mountain Toad Brewery. Mountain Toad Brewery was actually really good, and their logo is really cool because it has a frog drinking beer.
We're in Denver.
I guess a toad. Yeah,
There was a
Golden.
place called Brain something, Brain Teas, Brainiacs.
Cerebral.
Oh yeah, Cerebral.
Cerebral is
were pretty good.
amazing. Cerebral is fantastic, and they do a lot of like
We've
interesting.
had some of those, haven't we?
Not here, no.
I've probably
swear to
I've
God, we've
probably
had
brought some
some in
Cerebral.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, they have a lot of experimental styles. Their Birds of Paradise series was really interesting because we just had a boysenberry mead. They had a boysenberry lactose sour IPA milkshake.
Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
And
That
it was
sounds complicated. I wanna try
really
it.
good. I thought it was super weird. I'm like, this is too many words for a beer. It is
Cerebral's
fantastic.
really good, but they're right next to a Mexican restaurant. and the Mexican restaurant was not very good.
No, but there is a taco place in Golden, Colorado, like down
in.
the street from Mountain Toad, that is just run by this dude and his wife, and they were phenomenal.
Isn't
So
that
if-
where Coors is?
Yep.
Golden? Or-
Yep. So if you go do the Coors tour, there's a little Mexican restaurant, and like when we looked it up, it had nothing but 5-star reviews. So we went and checked them out, and they make their own like salsas and sauces. I wish I could remember the name, but they were phenomenal. Like we ordered literally 100 tacos. And because they're
my
just
gosh.
they're little street tacos, and there's 7 of us.
the
It was like
best
me
kind,
and
though.
Keith and some other boys. We're all good eaters, and we had no problem polishing off like 8 or 9 tacos each. Some of us ate more
Oh
than
my
that.
gosh.
Dude, I think that's more than I could eat.
Well, we
And that
went.
says something.
They're just little street tacos. They're not big.
I'm a sim. I'm a
But
sim.
we also
that's more than I could
we
eat.
also went up to about like 9,800 feet above sea level to go disc golfing that day. So like
that
that
sounds
That'll mess with you,
yeah,
actually.
Oh,
it
yeah.
burns you out. Like
Oh, yeah.
I get altitude sickness. It's like real bad. I'm good up to about 8,000 feet. Anything past 8,000.
So whenever you
feet, I
get
start
high,
getting-
you get like messed up.
Well, the funny thing about that is we on that disc golf course, like we smoked a joint, and then like 3 minutes later, we're like, let's smoke another one. And you just kept lighting another one, and like it
Jesus.
just you could not get high when you were that high.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it did not work.
I was gonna ask what's like the gas interchange ratios between token up here and above sea level.
Yeah, it didn't work. We kept trying.
Oh wow.
They were fucked up. Don't let them
I was
fool
gonna
you.
say, come on. You had to feel high already. That makes no sense to me.
I mean, I'm pretty good at
You
it.
didn't notice it that
So-
day.
Pretty
I
good
did.
at
You didn't notice
getting
it.
high.
Yeah. Yeah, we kept trying. I mean, I think the problem was I just had such a bad headache. I was trying to do anything to get rid of the headache. Like that, and down in the city, it was like 65, 70 degrees. And up there at the disc golf course, it was 40 degrees.
Did it work? Did you get rid of the headache?
No, it just got
Damn it! I was
worse.
hoping I had something for my wife.
No, can't say it.
Yeah, so it's
had a good
we
one,
learned
no.
a lot about the altitude then, because like we were wearing shorts and t-shirts, and we go up to the to the disc golf course at like 9,000 plus feet, and we're like, oh, like we were underprepared for this,
Damn.
so it was not a good time.
See, I think it sounds like a great time.
But you were hiking up and down a mountain for 4
Hiking?
hours.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm out.
It's disc golf. You're walking that course. We walked about 10 miles, and it was up and down a mountain.
I'm for the down, not the up part.
No.
I'm out.
Can't go down if you
I
don't
love
go
disc
up.
golf, but I mean, I'll go up if I can go down. But
Yeah, it was. I didn't like the
Actually,
course.
I'll go down any time.
I said eventually you have
That'll
to
solve
come
the
down.
headache.
I'll come down. I'll go down. I
gotta-
have no issues going down.
You have to get up there first before you can start the
Well,
journey.
this podcast is
I
falling
will-
apart.
Yep.
What? Why? Could we interrupted
No,
you?
no,
Aw,
Daryl, no,
poor thing.
Daryl started.
Going down.
He started this trend, and
Oh,
it's,
I'll go
it's
down.
continued.
I got no issues going down. It's the walking up part.
Yeah,
but
we've seen
but
on
I
your
will
OnlyFans, we
commit
know.
to the cause. If I have to go up to go down, I'm in.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it was not.
It ain't gonna happen.
Well, if you ever want to, it is.
Not with
is
you,
an
no.
old mining town was what this course was built around.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So yeah, it was kind of neat. But
I gotta
wouldn't-
dig
I
my
wouldn't do
disc
it.
golf bag out. It's somewhere in the cabinet.
I keep
I
mine
know
in
where
my
you
car.
get some really good disc golf frisbees from.
I've got a good
Daryl's
set.
Dildos.com.
That's darylsdiscgolf.com.
Daryl's disc golf. We don't need to create another website. Daryl's
I'm
dildos.
I'm trying to get Daryl to buy 100 different URLs that will never have websites. They'll all point to darylsdildos.com.
I own like almost 1,000 right now.
Holy shit!
And there's probably about 200 websites up that I've designed.
Damn.
You're a busy
So,
man.
yeah.
Wow.
And only 199 of them are porn.
And none of them make money. They all cost me.
Can you tell we're done tasting?
Well, I mean, we're out. Unless,
We're out.
Do we? I don't
Yeah.
think we have anything more anywhere.
We don't.
Unless we revisit, weeks
No.
past. That's
Christmas.
just gonna be flat and warm room temperature.
I don't need the ghosts of Christmas past.
Plus, we should have ended like a long time ago.
We should end.
Oh, we got time.
It's time for lunch.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. I could eat.
I want to go down.
Yeah. We'll go down to the local watering hole. Have a lunch.
Yeah, where was your mind at?
Oh,
Sick fuck.
I live in the gutter. Fuck off.
It's true.
I deep dive. I live in the bottom of the fucking lakes, man. I don't know what we're doing for time. I don't give a shit.
Well, thanks for joining us, Carol. This was wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah,
anytime.
much appreciated
Yeah.
again. Well, absolutely, you are required to come back.
Okay. That's not a dare, right? Because I don't take.
I think it's a
No, it's
threat.
not a dare.
He's-
It's
an
I think he's
invitation.
threatening you.
You are
I
coming
love
back.
invitation.
He didn't talk to us
It's not even an
first.
invitation.
No.
You're coming back. You are coming
Johnny's
back.
in
at some
control
point.
now.
Yes.
do that.
Yes.
He's a big boy.
I edit. I'm a
Growing
big
up so
boy.
much.
Well, thanks.
Don't tell me we're not done. What the hell? Everyone just throwing the
They
earmuffs
just,
on?
I guess they're done.
I guess they're abandoning.
We're
the
not.
show.
We're still on, aren't we?
Oh, we're still recording. Yeah. We can keep going.
By
as
the
long as
way,
we want to.
this is Hot Mike.
Oh, apparently that's my new nickname is Hot Mike. I don't know. I got nothing on this. Don't unplug
Oh,
it.
he's got unplugged.
I don't have the battery to sustain a safe shutdown. Come on. Well, everybody has abandoned us, Carol. So fuck those guys. The new
Okay.
High Gravity is Carol and Johnny Orange.
Carol and Johnny.
And we're gonna go from there. And what do we want to do from here? What's the new direction for the show?
I guess we're supposed to quit, aren't we? Thanks for joining us.
Probably.
Everybody.
I mean, we don't have to. We could keep going.
Nah, probably not.
Oh. We should. Well, nonetheless, thank you officially for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. We will absolutely get you back and Marty with it, or not. I mean, that's your call. If you want him to join us, and whatever.
We'll see.
But yeah, we'll go with that, and we'll go from
All right,
there. So
sounds good.
Thank you, and we'll see you next.
Thanks for having me.
If you didn't learn anything today, at least remember this. Beer is the answer that makes everything better.
Can't remember the question, but who cares when you have a cold one in your hand?
Remember, everybody, drink responsibly, drink High Gravity.
Most importantly, drink well.
Okay, not the well. Life's too short for bad beer.
Stay frosty, my friends.